Hi, Steve Adubato, and we welcome back right out of the box our good friend Bill Sproule, who's Executive Secretary, Treasurer, Eastern Atlantic States Regional Council of Carpenters. Good to see you, Bill.
Good to see you, Steve.
Hey, Bill, can we talk infrastructure? We're taping on the 20th of July. Lots of stuff going down in Washington that's confusing. The definition of infrastructure, what is it, what isn't it? Define it, and why is it so important, particularly in the region we live in?
Okay, well, I got to tell you, infrastructure is something that we've been hearing about, I guess, most of my adult life and my career in the Carpenters Union. And it's something that I think most Americans feel as though has been neglected. When you look at some of the other modernized countries around the world, some of the rail systems, the air traffic control systems, just everything that is necessary to have a successful, thriving economy revolves around infrastructure. President Biden recently visited our Pittsburgh Training Center to announce his American Jobs Plan. And
you were there that day, weren't you, Bill?
Plan. Yes, sir.
I remember.
Sir. It was a great honor to have him. And actually, the Secret Service came in a couple days earlier with very short notice, but it was great to have our team be able to host that event at our training center and hear such a significant announcement about a potential plan that can take our nation where it really needs to be, over the next 30, 50, 100 years for future generations.
Let's talk specifically about jobs. What kind of jobs are we potentially talking about, Bill?
Well, you're talking about bridges, highways, roads, airports, ports.
Is the Gateway Tunnel in that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's approximately $11 billion. And as we know, that project kind of fell off the tracks, no pun intended, under former Governor Christie's administration. And we're just happy to see that it looks like we may even see shovels in the ground by next fall, if we're lucky.
I know you're not a betting man, but if I were to press you, the Gateway project, so critical, not just the New York, New Jersey region, but to the entire country, particularly the eastern seaboard. A, do you believe it will happen? B, when could you foresee it actually being built?
I absolutely believe it's going to happen. It's been too long. The tubes that go under the Hudson right now are, I believe they're over 100 years old. And God forbid something were to happen where one or all of them were shut down. Imagine what that would do to the economy of New York City, northern New Jersey, the whole Northeast for that matter. So it's critical that this project is key and at the forefront of the infrastructure plan. And I do believe that we are going to see some activity as far as preliminary construction, perhaps by year's end, and the project's going to happen.
Hey, clean energy. We're involved in a clean energy initiative creating greater public awareness around clean energy. What the heck does clean energy have to do with the Carpenters? By the way, the Carpenters are, in fact, to fully disclose, an underwriter of our, not just our energy programming, but overall public policy program. Go ahead, Bill.
Sure, Steve. When you talk about clean energy, primarily what comes to mind is solar and wind. Okay, and both types of energy are produced without affecting the environment like other types of energy production. So I'll start with solar. Land-based or roof-based solar systems have a significant amount of installation required that, the carpenters get involved with that work. There's some other trades as well. Obviously, the IBEW has a lot to do with that type of
International
work.
Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. We know the 102 folks very well.
With the electrical systems involved in that. And, there's a lot of solar happening right now. And it was extremely popular in New Jersey when there was a favorable SREX program. And I think right now...
Hold on, a lot of acronyms here. The SREC program was the program having to do with reimbursing folks who were actually building solar panels, right?
Yes, sir. Solar renewable energy credits.
Yeah, I had that on the tip of my tongue. I'm joking.
I'll use another one too, OREX, and that's...
You can't do OREX if you just did S. No, what is OREX?
OREX is, I believe it's
Look at Bill.
offshore
Don't get
renewable
yourself in a
energy
box. What is it?
offshore renewable energy credits.
Why does it matter?
It matters. And don't quote me on that second one, but I'm taking a stab at it. The offshore wind projects that you're going to see, okay, there's been several thousands of megawatts already awarded. There's other areas that are going to be leased, and there's companies that are scrambling to be a part of this. And basically what's going to happen there, Steve, is there's going to be a crew of tradesmen that are going to work offshore installing the foundations for these massive turbines, as well as erecting the towers, the blades, the cells. And that also involves our people from the pile drivers and the millwrights, which are specialty trades within the United Brotherhood of Carpenters and Joiners. So we're extremely excited about that new technology. Thus far, we've only built these on land. So there's a small project up in New England that our colleagues up there were involved in off of Block Island. But you're really going to see this industry take off. And what's significant about it is not only the offshore construction work that's going to occur, but there's a massive amount of interest in setting up manufacturing right here in New Jersey that is going to create thousands of construction jobs as well as thousands of manufacturing jobs.
Bill, sorry cutting you off. By the way, developers like Ørsted and Atlantic Shores are working with the unions to find and train workers to fill these jobs. It's interesting. By the way, check out NJ Spotlight News every night because they're doing a lot of work on clean energy. Last question before you go. What the heck is this issue with the misclassification of workers and its impact on the state's economy? Give me 30 seconds.
Yes, sir. Misclassification of workers comes in all shapes and sizes, but basically what goes on is there's an underground economy where construction workers are paid off the books. And it used to occur on small projects, but now we're seeing more and more larger projects where there's 100 or 200 workers. It basically erodes the construction industry. It takes away.
Hold on, Bill. I want to be clear. They don't hire them as employees. They hire them as contractors, which has implications as to whether it's really under the books, under the table, on top of the table. It affects state revenues. And how does it affect the labor industry?
Well, they hire them off the books. Sometimes they classify them as independent contractors, but I don't ever see the 1099s actually go full circle where taxes get paid. So you've got local, state, and federal taxes, as well as unemployment, disability insurance payments.
Will the rest of us pay?
We pay, and these contractors that utilize these unscrupulous techniques to manage their job sites and their subcontractors are basically stealing from the taxpayers, Steve. And this problem has to be solved. Otherwise, the construction industry will go to hell in a handbasket.
Hey, Bill, thank you for educating us every time you join us. Best to you and your members at the Regional Council of Carpenters. All the best, Bill.
Thank you, Steve. Great talking to you today, sir.
You got it. I'm Steve Adubato. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I'm very grateful that I'm still here.
That's me and my donor when we went to celebrate our first anniversary.
With a new kidney, I have strength.
They gave me a new lease on life.
I'm still going everywhere and exploring new places.
Nobody thought I was going to be here. Nobody.
And I look forward to getting older with my wife. That's possible now.
We're transforming lives through innovative kidney treatments, living donor programs, and world-renowned care at 2 of New Jersey's premier hospitals.
They gave me my normal life back. It's a blessing.
RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
Also brought to you by Bank of America. PSE&G, committed to providing safe, reliable energy now and in the future. Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, here when you need us most, now and always. The New Jersey Economic Development Authority. Choose New Jersey. The New Jersey Board of Public Utilities Clean Energy Program. The Fidelco Group. Johnson & Johnson. And by Caldwell University.